What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Steamboat Skidley Plays Dark Souls Remastered. This is our second episode. Very excited. The first one I'm pretty proud of. Something you might notice right off the bat is the audio quality of my voice is probably coming through a little bit clearer. Finally got me a headset, just a little cheap little thing. Nothing too crazy, just anything was better than the audio that the microphone in the PS5 produces. So we're back where we left off, and rewatching the first episode, I wanted to go over a couple of things. Like I said, I talked through the entire opening cutscene, so let me go ahead and try to give a breakdown of what's going on in the story. So, at the beginning of the world, dragons essentially ruled over everything. And the people were living in the dregs of society. And people eventually found something known as the Lord Soul. And the leader of this group, his name's Gwyn, and he is the god, or the Lord of Sunlight, I apologize. And you can kind of think of him as the Zeus of this universe. And along with him, we have Gravelord Nito, the first of the dead, the Witch of Izalith, and her daughters, who, like I said, witches, and they produced the first pyromancies. Then we also have the dragon known as Seath the Scaleless. Seath betrayed the other dragons, and Gwyn and his followers fought a war and won against the dragons, and thus began the Age of Fire. And humanity prospers for a certain amount of time. Now the fire is fading, and that is why the world is in the state it's in, with the hollows and the undead. And just so we're clear, I may be getting some facts misconstrued. I'm not, like I said in the last video, I'm not a lore expert or anything. That's just kind of my interpretation, I guess. But that's where we are right now, and our mission is to link the fire to keep the Age of Fire going. Now, we are going to be introduced to one of the best characters in this entire franchise. Boom. Just look at that stature, that poise, that armor.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Solaire of Astora. What a guy. He's going to be essentially our best friend throughout the rest of this game.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Say
The
yes?
way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey? This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind. Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
What a line. So, to go over what he just gave us is the white soap sign, and that will allow us, if we feel the need to summon either NPCs in certain boss fights or other players if their summon sign is nearby. And like I said in the last video, I typically try to stay away from summons, but Solaire's cool, and we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with him. So every chance I get, I'm probably going to try to summon him for a fight. So now we're going to try to get across this bridge. Looks simple enough from the offset, but it quickly becomes not so simple and literal hell on earth. But we're going to do it anyway. And with that being said, let's just get into it. Yep. It's typically how this goes. So I don't know if y'all remember him from the last episode. That's the dragon that took me off guard and surprised me earlier in the Undead Burg. So now what we're going to try to do is bait him to come off that perch he's standing on. Fantastic. We just died. So we're going to have to make our way back here, grab those souls. But with that being said, guys, while we're making this run back through an area we've already been, just to kind of give you some, for lack of better words, some more like insights into who I am as a person. So I'm really big, like I said in the last one, I'm a big music guy. I don't know anybody on the planet that would say they hate music, but I digress. Growing up in Kentucky, we listened to a lot of country, and me specifically growing up in the 90s, my personal opinion on that is I grew up in the best era for country music with guys like Alan Jackson, George Strait, Toby Keith, guys like that growing up with. My first concert was actually a Alan Jackson concert when I was 3 years old, I do believe. And my mom tells me I was up on my feet singing every single song. And that makes sense, because to this day I still love Alan Jackson. And my dad, he listened to country too, but he also listened to some hip-hop and some rock at the time. So I remember listening to, I don't remember if it was on the radio or if my dad might have had a CD in the CD player, if anyone here is old enough to remember a CD like I am, with Nelly's debut album, Country Grammar. And I remember listening to Ride With Me, and that just song, still fantastic to this day, still a big Nelly fan. And as I got older, I started discovering rock music and heavy metal. I remember when I first got into those genres, my dad gave me, I don't think they were new. I think there were a bunch of his old CDs. But he gave me The Ozman Cometh which I believe was Ozzy's first greatest hits album. And it had stuff from his days in Sabbath. Oh, hell. And so we got that. And he also gave me the Toxicity album by System of a Down. And that album is just a classic. So I highly recommend, if you guys are into that stuff or just now discovering rock music, definitely recommend Toxicity. You'll thank me later. Nowadays, it's a mix of a little bit of everything. Still the country, still some hip hop, still a lot of rock and metal. I've over the past year or so, I've been getting into a metal subgenre that I believe is known as melodic death metal. And for examples of bands, a band I'm really into right now is called In Flames. They come from, I believe, Sweden. I could be wrong on that, but I do believe they're a Swedish band. And they are phenomenal, especially if you're more into like the more extreme, the more heavy metal stuff. But yeah, man. Still getting used to talking into a mic, getting all that stuff, and trying to kind of find the way I want to broach talking to you guys. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know. But for now, this is just kind of a stream of consciousness thing. This is me just being raw with you guys. Oh my lord! Speaking of Raw, for any wrestling fans out there, did y'all watch Raw this past Monday with the VHS tape and the Wyatt Six stuff? Oh my lord, just masterfully done. And I know Bray would have loved that. For anybody looking for a little bit of context, Bray Wyatt was a wrestler in the WWE for a few years, and he was a very macabre kind of character, but just one of the most creative guys I've ever seen in the business. And I've been watching wrestling for a while. And unfortunately, he passed away not too long ago. And the wrestling world is still kind of in mourning with that. But as they say, the show must go on. And now a new group has emerged, being led by Bray Wyatt's brother, called the Wyatt Six. And they've been on TV. This past Monday was their second week, and it's just been amazing. They had these crazy masks. I definitely recommend checking it out. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, if you're like a horror fan, and if you're into like the spooky stuff, it's definitely still worth a gander. Alright, finally back here. Unfortunately, we died to that big old knight in that tunnel earlier. So we won't be getting those souls back, but it's okay. We will survive. Actually, while we're here, I should have done this when we first got here. Gonna open up this shortcut. And that is the bonfire we just did the run back from, so we won't have to go through the beginning of Undead Bird anymore. Go through here, Dragon will take care of those guys. Like I said, we're going to try to bait him off, to get off that perch, and try to get him to land on the actual bridge so we can avoid his fire. Oh, nope, that's not it. Yeah, sometimes he tries to be a little tricky with it. Run DMC style. But, oh my god. Oh no. There we go. Y'all enjoying this? Is this the captivating gameplay you all came for? Oh. We might just say... You know what, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna head down here. Level up with the souls we got. There we go, that's how you do that. Any soul item yet? We got a couple. Help us out here a little bit. Get a few levels, I think 3 if I'm doing my math right. Let's go ahead and get that dex, 2, okay. Get the dexterity up to 16. We're going to try to get dexterity up to 20. Then we're probably going to upgrade our vitality, which is, again, is our health, and our endurance, which is our stamina. Take out all the guys on the bridge again for us. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work, but it's worth a shot. Now, the reason we're going through all this effort is that one of those items laying on the bridge there, that's the claymore that I spoke about in the last episode. And I really want that claymore. I believe someone probably sells it and could just get it that way. But I don't want to buy it. Oh my lord. Just a master of my craft. It's disappointing, but we may not, just for the sake of the video and progression, we might not be able to bait him off of there. Be in a good amount of time to... That is unfortunate. Well, this way. We'll head down this way, do it the way you're kind of supposed to make progress. Just have to forget about the claymore for now. Now, are you ready for some hot tips with Skidly? If you have a bow, you can come down here and shoot at his tail. And if you hit it enough, that tail will break off and give you a dragon greatsword, is what I believe it gives you. It gives you some sort of dragon weapon. And it's pretty good as an early game weapon. The only issue with that is it doesn't have stat scaling. Which, when we get to the point of upgrading a weapon, we'll talk more about what all that means and everything else. Now we got these more rats. Take these guys out. And double check with you if you're playing along or if you're going to play for the first time to see if the rats drop anything, because their bodies can sometimes obscure the item. that little glowing substance that shows that an enemy dropped an item. Because they have a small chance of dropping humanity. And you want all the humanity you can get. So always double check the rats. Man, I really should have kindled that bonfire so we could have some more Estus going in here. But all things considered, we're not doing too bad. Dragon still. I don't think we can see it. Because if that dragon flew away for some reason. Try to make my way back down there. This is a bad idea, but I know we can see him from this tower. And this is the reason why that's a bad idea. Oh. Oh my lord. Well, alright. Hey, good news. We're going back to the bonfire and we can kindle it and increase our Estus flask uses. Gonna pop a couple more humanity. Oh. Reverse the hollowing. And kindle the bonfire. Now, as you can see in the bottom corner, why is my UI so small? Hold on, let me fix that real quick. Oh, the UI scale is turned down incredibly. Okay, I think that's pretty close to the default. But no, you can see down in the bottom left-hand corner, our Estus charges are 10 now instead of 5. There's an item we can get later on in the game that allows us to increase the number of increases you can do. And you can kindle a bonfire up to 25 Estus uses. Which, personally, I don't see why you would need that many. I think, worst case scenario, 10, or 15, I should say. It's probably the most you'll ever really need, considering the time it takes to get to the next bonfire, and all that stuff. But, oh. But everybody plays games at their own pace, so if you need those extra 10 Estus charges, you do you. Now, do I have anything to cure poison right now? I sure don't. Oh, my lord. Alright. Probably gonna die again, folks. Just as a possible spoiler alert. But definitely want to go get those souls back from our Black Knight buddy up here. Am I stupid? Here we go. Yes, the answer to that question is yes. Let's go ahead and grab these, not even bother him right now. Man, I really want that claymore. I might, between now and the next episode, I might work on that off camera. because I doubt anybody wants to sit here for an undetermined amount of time waiting for me to pick up a sword. There we go. That poison really did me in on those extra flask uses. But we can drop down here and get away from that armored boar. Now this guy tries to lure you into an ambush, but we're too smart for that. Well, maybe we're not. Maybe I'm not. Oh, gosh. What am I? Barrels. Law. The mystery key. Only got 2 Estus left. Still poisoned. Only 1 Estus left. Still poisoned. It's about to go away though. I might be able to make it to the next bonfire. Might. Pretty big emphasis. There we go. Go through this fog wall here. A little bit of a risky because this is a fight I don't necessarily need to pick. But why not? Sneak up behind this dude. Bop. Bop. Oh, nice. Took him out with 1 backstab. Go, team, go. Oh, yeah. Go down here. There's going to be an enemy to our left and our right, so we're just going to come back and hopefully I went ahead and got their attention. And that, ow. Okay, that's not good. Oh, my lord. Yeah, remember how I said we might make it back to the next bonfire? I'm going to go ahead and chalk that up to a big old negatory. May have spoken too soon. We still might be able to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Just have to get past these 3. Now, I do not think I can take a single hit. So, oh god. Oh, darn. Oh well. Damn it. Okay. Before we go back and try to grab those souls, we're going to try to bait the dragon one more time, because I really want that claymore, man. God, I love the claymore. Reinforced club is coming in clutch, though, most of the time. There might be a trick to baiting them off that I don't remember right off the top of my head. Okay. We'll pass by again. Didn't come down. Alright, just wait for that fire to... Nope, that's not it. That is a shame. I was really thinking that was it. Alright, back down the ladder. Or stairs. Hopefully we don't get messed up by those rats like we did last time. It's never fun. Oh, dear. I am not providing the greatest gameplay today. Oh, well, then I went and redeemed myself. Making a liar out of me. But anyway, if you want to peek inside here, this is what the end of the bridge looks like. We have another bonfire. Just a cool statue in there. He said, bleh. Okay. Now we got 6 S's left. Go back down here. Take out the ambush. Oh, boy. I don't think I've ever had so much trouble getting through on Deadberg. I'm a little embarrassed. A little ashamed. But it's all good. I'm used to the shame. Really? Really? Oh, come on now. There we go. Alright, now we're back to 3. Which is better than the 0 we had at this point last time, I guess. Sneak back up on this dude and get some extra souls. Bang. Bang. You drop anything? No. Run up on this dude again like he owes us money. Oh my lord. Alrighty then. Alright, we're finally back. I know that only took maybe 5 minutes, but it felt like an eternity. There we go. And here's where we're going to make some progress, but we're going to head this way real quick. Because we have another bonfire waiting on us. And we have another character to introduce you guys to. So much man meat on full display.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
What kind of equipment do you have to purchase, my guy? Have I ever ran with the bastard sword? Might grab that as a substitute for the claymore right now. No, why not? Ain't got nothing to lose. And with the weaponsmith box, that'll allow us to upgrade our weapons at a bonfire up to a certain point. Why not? Let's go ahead. Learn a gesture. Hurrah! Reinforce a weapon. Store a great sword. Or store a straight sword, I apologize. Let's go ahead. Level up the bastard sword a couple of times. There we go.
Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy indeed, but every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair. You can ask a blacksmith like myself, or do it on your own with a grindstone. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you, so pay them a little respect, eh? Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
What a nice guy. That is Andre the blacksmith. Alright, let's go ahead and equip this bastard sword. Okay, I see it. Like that. We're not going to bother kindling that bonfire just yet. I did want to show y'all something real quick. Come down this way. This leads to another area. But in order to get to that other area, you might want to try to take out this guy first. He is what's known as a Titanite demon. And there are several of these throughout the game. And they drop rare upgrade materials. But I have to be very careful here, because this dude hits like a truck. And as much as I would love to show you that, I would love to show you how not to do that. That's it. You're still fine? Still good? Oh, we're less good. Ah. Did pretty good on that attempt, though. Pretty happy with that one. Might give him another shot before we keep pressing on. Need to go back and grab those souls anyway, so why not? I'm pretty sure I hit that button, sir. Thank you. Oh, just ate that. Didn't even try to move. Something else I noticed watching back the first episode, guys, and I'd never even noticed it until, oh my lord, watching it, that I have quite the accent. I sound like straight up cornbread. I had no idea I sounded that southern. And when I first listened back to it, I was like, is that me? Oh. Didn't realize I had that much twang in my voice. Uh-oh. Okay, we're fine. Fine. Everything's fine. Don't hit me, please. Go ahead and fucking mess just real quick. Dodge that. Get back in here. Oh my word. I dodged into that. Ugh. I really sort of wish they would have saved this design for an actual boss fight, because he just looks so badass. Like, that is something straight off of a Metal album cover, which you'll probably hear me say a lot in this game, because there's a lot of really heavy metal imagery. There we go. Demon Titanite. Very nice, very nice. So we'll head back up here, hit that bonfire, and keep making our way towards the next boss. Which we are already about 10 minutes away from the cutoff points for this recording session, so I don't even know if we'll make it that far. But of course I said that last time, and we just dog-walked the Taurus Demon. Oh yeah, another Titanite shard, we'll take that. Matter of fact, I think that gave us enough to level up our bastard sword one more time. Which, if that's the case, definitely taking that.
Well, hello again. Need anything forged?
I need to buy... Thankfully he sells a few. I'm gonna go ahead and buy 3. Because I believe with that, you can level it up 1 extra time. There we go.
Don't get yourself, neither of us.
Thanks, Andre. You're the best, sweetie. We're gonna walk into this. I believe it's supposed to be a church. That's what it looks like to me anyway, with the pews and the pillars and everything. Drag this guy outside. Oh! Oh God, why aren't you dodging? There we go. Okay. Take dude out. Titanite shard. Hell yeah. Run up here. We're going to grab our first Firekeeper soul. And if you remember from the last episode, that's an item we can use to upgrade how much health the Estus Flask restores for us. Now, this is one of the coolest shortcuts ever in a game. So we're pretty into the deep heart of Undeadburg right now. And look at where this takes us. You ready? Strap yourselves in. Try not to wet yourselves. When this elevator magically takes us back to Firelink Shrine. Something that you guys will probably pick up on if you haven't already played the game is just how interconnected this world is gonna be. Like, most places kind of loop back in on each other. And that's just a really cool way to build a world for your game. So we're gonna head down here, talk to the Firekeeper, use Firekeeper Soul to reinforce Estus Flask, yes. And now, going back to the bottom left hand corner, we'll see it says Estus Flask +1 now. It means we are in the first upgrade tool for the flask, which is very nice, and we'll be keeping our eye out for some more Firekeeper souls in the future. We're gonna head back up here. And what you may have noticed when we first came down is that we can leap off right here. And there's a specific reason why that's there, but we're not going to do that quite just yet. It'll be fairly soon. In the next episode or two, we'll be doing that. Oh gosh, there's a caster up there, and he's a pain in the rear. Oh my god. These dudes go out one hit, very nice, with our upgraded bastard sword. Now we're not going to charge in here guns a-blazing, because we have a bunch of hollows in here waiting on us. And I really think this was cool of them to put it in here, because this is this is probably the first time most players are going to encounter this many enemies at once that are going to immediately try to kill you. So it teaches you to try to draw one or two of them out at a time instead of taking on the whole horde at once. Alright, I think that's all the hollows gone. Where'd the caster go? We're going to try to take him out. So when we're on our way back, we don't have to worry about him. There we go. No item drop, that's fine. It's the law! There we go. The law! Grab a few items here. Go up here, we have this dude waiting for us. Not a problem. Right here. Secret. Climb up this stairs. Stairs and ladders are different, Jordan. Words mean things.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse.
That's what the mystery key's for.
Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this. And I guarantee a reward.
I don't know if you guys can hear,
only
but my cat
later.
just jumped in my lap and is purring super heavy.
Yes, very sorry. Your reward will have to wait. I have just been freed. Allow me some time.
Of course, take your time, bud. Stop rushing into the mic. Every so often, you'll see these bodies kind of chilling in those barrels like that. And every single time I can think of, if it's your first time breaking them out of the barrel, they'll always have an item of some sort on them. So if you see a body in a barrel, make sure you follow the law and break her open. Oh no! I just realized I'm hollow. So through this fog gate is the next boss. And right around here, Solaire's summon sign would be here if... Oh man. How much more time do we got on this session? About 7 minutes. Let's give it a shot without Solaire. Allow me to introduce the Bell Gargoyle. Oh, not my best dodge. We're doing massive damage to him, dear lord. And we just took him out. Yeah, this is supposed to be like a... I was gonna do a whole bit of like, what? There's a second one? How could that be? But took out that first one so quick. It didn't really come to that. Damn, yeah. That's the Taurus Demon and the Bell Gargoyles just absolutely dog walk. Look at us go. Hell yeah. Well, guys, with that being said, sorry we couldn't summon Solaire for that fight, but there'll be more. I'm getting my 5-minute warning now, so we're going to have to call it here. But again, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I'm having an absolute blast going on this journey with you guys. And again, like, comment, subscribe, or at the very least, share the video. Because even if you don't like it, maybe someone else out there will. And any sort of interaction is very much appreciated. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll see you next time